Hello FMS, I'm Sue Currant from the Kanker Trust. We're a small Devon-based charity working in the Gambia in West Africa. The Gambia is a tiny country, the smallest on mainland Africa. It's less than half the size of Wales, with a population of under 2 million. Life expectancy there is only 64, and there's huge amounts of poverty. The average income is less than £4 a week. Most people live by subsistence agriculture. If you were to live there, you'd have 99.3% less spent on healthcare than living here, which is why your support for us is so incredibly valuable. This is the village where we work and the school where our project began 15 years ago. Since then, it's grown to look like this. One of the things that your funding does is to help us provide a nutritious daily meal for over 200 children in the school. This not only improves their health, but also ensures that more children come to school. Change in Africa happens incredibly slowly, but one of the things that we're able to do through education is to sow the seeds of change for the next generation. Children learn about hygiene, personal care, nutrition, and the importance of cleanliness. Your support for us began 9 years ago when you donated this ambulance to us at the point where we were taking on responsibility for the village health clinic, which was in danger of closing. There are very few doctors in Gambia, so clinics like this are run by nurses. This one provides primary health care for the 3,000 villagers and for people coming from surrounding villages in the area. Your funding enables us to provide salaries, medication, and an ambulance service. We host a monthly antenatal clinic for the village itself and for the 7 surrounding villages. It monitors child development, provides vaccinations and HIV screening. Last year, your funds helped us to increase the size of the building that it's held in and provide more much-needed seating. You also helped us to supply 470 bed nets to the most vulnerable in the village. These are a vital aid to the prevention of malaria, which is by far the biggest health problem that we face. We were also able to provide training, not only for clinic staff, but also what they call sensitizations for the villagers. Courses were run in breastfeeding and also in environmental measures to help prevent against malaria. We also work with disabilities in the village, for example in this case enabling the provision of a prosthetic. You may remember 2 summers ago at Glastonbury, you made a collection for this little girl Satang to help her get treatment for burns to her hands. You also put us in touch with Einar Eriksson, a burns specialist and plastic surgeon working in Ethiopia. Last winter he travelled to Gambia to begin treating Satang, and in September we were able to fund her and her father travelling out to his clinic in Addis Ababa for him to continue his work of restoring the use of her hands. It's been a grueling 5 months for this 5-year-old. You can see from these pictures his incredible skill, first of all straightening her wrists, and then doing a series of operations to restore the use of her fingers. When the process began, she could do nothing for herself. By mid-February, when it's finished, she'll be able to look forward to a normal life. Just look at her face. I think we can say she's well pleased. The last 5 months have been a tense and difficult time in Gambia. In December, the incumbent president was defeated, but he's refusing to hand over power on January the 19th. As I record this, not only are some government ministers and civil servants fleeing the country, but many of the population too are crossing the borders to safety in Senegal. People are stockpiling food and staying off the streets, radio stations are being shut down, and mercenaries employed to boost the army. There's a threat of military intervention from the surrounding countries. By the time you hear this, I guess the outcome will be clear, but we all have fears of yet another African bloodbath. We pray that our reserves set aside for natural disaster relief will not have to be used for a human disaster. Thank you, FMS, for all you do for us.